16. Eggmorphing and self-destruction mechanism. After seeing the dead Parker and Lambert, Ripley runs down the C deck towards the engine cubicle room. She gasps and stops. At the same time, she hears a human moaning sound from below her. Ripley opens the hatch below her and descends the ladder to undercarriage maintenance room 4, where she finds Dallas and Brett inside the eggs and egg-morphing process. Brett's egg looks the same as eggs in the derelict ship. Dallas's egg is more translucent. Dallas's eyes are open. Dallas asks, "Kill me." Ripley looks at the other egg. Dallas says, "That was Brett." Ripley says she takes Dallas away to the autodock. However, the situation is hopeless. Ripley asks, "What can I do?" Dallas repeat, "Kill me." Ripley uses a flamethrower to burn the whole place down and then goes up the ladder. The scene raises an interesting point about the structure of the Nostromo ship. When Ripley descends from C deck to undercarriage maintenance room 4, she lands according to the script on E deck, significantly below the landing strut structure. Based on the movie, the E deck is really high, so it can be assumed that the D deck, which is not mentioned anywhere in the material, is between the C and E decks. The existence of the E deck changes the perception of the commonly described blueprint of the Nostromo ship. Ridley Scott and Terry Rawlings have mixed the scenes in the movie. For example, the search for the alien scene and the alien's tail in between Brett's legs scene. Same happened in this Ripley's descent from the ladder. It has been used in the Dallas ventilation duct scene. In the director's cut version of the film, the scene is shown partially, but not in its entirety. Plenty of additional material has been leaked from the scene. The scene is also shown later in the film than in the script. Ripley arrives in the engine cubicle room and looks at the massive engines through the window. She goes to the main switches and turns off the switches one by one. After a while, the siren starts to sound and the mother's voice warns that the engine cooling system is not running. The engine will be overloaded in 4 minutes 50 seconds. The scene was most likely changed during production. The scenes which follow the script, the cooling shutdown and the cooling restart, have been filmed September 4, 1978. In October 14, 1978, scene has been reshot. Probably blowing up the engines has changed into a self-destruction mechanism, and the approximately 5-minute countdown has changed to 10-minute countdown. What we see in the movie is the edited result of both versions. Ripley turns the levers down and operates the self-destruction mechanism. Also, there is an interesting cut in the scene of the movie. Ripley is about to leave, but hurriedly returns to get something. For a flamethrower, maybe? Ripley runs on B deck towards the Narcissus shuttle. Near the airlock, Ripley spots the alien, leaves the cat, and heads back to C deck. This scene is shown in the movie, although some small additional videos have been leaked, one of which has been speculated to be part of the famous box alien scene. This could also be cut from an earlier scene where Parker noticed the alien after returning from refilling the flamethrower tanks. In the comic book Alien, the illustrated story, we see a box alien that Ripley runs into when he first tries to board the Narcissus shuttle. In the corridor, the alien is in a box-shaped position and rises from it to its normal form after spotting Ripley. Walt Simonson, the creator of the comic, strongly claims that he saw Box Alien in a 2-hour, 30-minute-long rough-cut version of the film. The scene is not described anywhere in the script, nor is there a direct reference in detail to the Box Alien scene in the production document, although there is a reference in the material to 4 different filming days when the scene of Ripley's approach to the Narcissus shuttle was filmed. It is possible that the scene was filmed. Ripley returns to the engine cubicle room, the engines whining dangerously. Ripley turns the cooling switches back. The siren continues to sound and Mother announces that the engine will be overloaded in 3 minutes. Ripley states that she turned the cooling back on. Mother replies that it is too late to cancel the process. The core has already started to melt. Ripley leaves the room. As previously stated, the entire self-destruction mechanism was likely changed to the movie during production. It is interesting to note in the film that Ripley's line about turning on the cooling has been cut into the film, even though it was about canceling the self-destruction mechanism. In addition, in the scene, strangely, the countdown has increased again to more than 10 minutes. The evaluation of filmed but not published material is 3 minutes 20 seconds, including leaked videos. 17. Ripley vs. Alien. After the Nostromo explodes and the Narcissus shuttle escapes, Ripley takes a robe from the closet. She doesn't notice movement behind her behind the wall. Ripley is going into a hypersleep vault until the alien starts to rise from the wall. Ripley rushes to the closet. She watches the alien from behind the window and puts on the spacesuit. Ripley comes out, takes the flamethrower and goes to sit in the console chair. She ties himself up. The alien is still on the wall. Ripley blasts Alien with flamethrower twice. Alien approaches Ripley. Ripley opens the ship's rear hatch. The alien freezes for a moment and is sucked out of the shuttle. Ripley starts the engines. The alien is destroyed. The final scene in the script is very similar to the movie. The harpoon scene in the film is not described in the script at all. It has probably changed during the production. The scene was filmed at 3 different filming times. Sigourney Weaver's double Liz Mitchell was partly used in the filming. The final scene does not add any additional duration of the film. And this is how we got to the end of the material for the movie Alien. In total, the amount of filmed but unpublished material from the films is approximately 57 minutes, including already leaked deleted scenes. The accumulated 57 minutes are divided as follows. When we separate the already leaked scenes, which is almost 20 minutes, we get missing scenes. Scenes and content that have been filmed but not released or leaked to the public. So, the total running time for the missing scenes is about 37 minutes. When we combine the material of the released films, deleted scenes, and missing scenes, we get a total of 2 hours and 59 minutes. The estimate is realistic because when we compare the estimate with Terry Rawlings' first edited version, there is a difference of about 13 minutes. When the estimate is compared to the work print, the difference is about an hour. It should be noted that the work print often contains a lot of material not so important to the film's unique plot. For example, visual material and several different camera runs, etc. Terry Rawlings' first edited version already contains an individual film structure. When we remove from the estimate the scenes that are not completely shot, for example the airlock scene, the estimate is shortened by a few minutes. Why is the movie cut shorter? The answer is film phasing, dynamics, and the maximum running time set for the film. The maximum running time is often tied to the length of the script, although the content filmed in the movie Alien and the scenes not included in the script completely spoil this theory. The previews of the film have been used to test the film with test audiences. And finally, at the time of the film's release, the length of the film was determined to be little less than 2 hours. In addition, possibly due to the fragmentation of the film, the 2 versions released are compromises of the entire material. Several scenes have been changed and added during the film production. Some scenes have been deleted. The question arises, why have scenes been changed and deleted? For example, all scenes related to food storage have been removed or changed. Also, a relatively large number of scenes from the B-deck sets have been cut out. For example, a lot of the scenes in Brett and Parker's engine cubicle room have been cut out. In the movie, the engine cubicle room is located on the C deck, but for the film sets it was built on the B deck. The reasons for the changes, additions, and deletions are based on budget changes, script updates, and Ridley Scott's views on the final result and dynamics of the film. As the production budget increased during production, scenes that were not scripted were added to the film. In addition, Ridley Scott added changes to several scenes that have not been described. In the end, he has had to put together pieces from parts made at different stages of film production. The changes in the script have affected the final result. Before filming began on July 3, 1978, the script changed more than 10 times and during filming at least 9 times. According to some sources, the script changed as many as 30 times during production. For the majority of viewers, the released versions of the Alien movie are good because of the phasing and the length of the movie, and they don't want to see any longer versions of the movie. But then there is a part of the audience that the movie Alien has a stronger effect on. They want to see more. A special edition version of the Alien movie has not been released for them, as from James Cameron's Aliens movie has been released. This raises the question for every fan of the Alien movie. Will there ever be a longer special edition version of the Alien movie? The question is difficult to answer. The material for making such a version exists. Disney owns the rights to the Alien franchise, and thus all material. Perhaps the answer can be found in Disney's motivation for releasing a special edition of the Alien movie. The problem with longer versions is the loss of dynamics from the film, as Ridley Scott himself has said. A loss of dynamics can mean a loss of interest in the film, which in turn means poor financial success in distribution, and this directly responds to Disney's possible motivation to release a longer version. This concludes this video series. Hope you enjoyed it. Tell in the comments which scenes you would like to see from the deleted, unreleased material. Also remember to like the video and share the channel and its videos with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, you should do so. This way you will receive a notice when more interesting videos are uploaded to the channel.